just what it means to you?
Well, I think that from my point of view, what's hit me the most, of course, is the overwhelming support I've received from all areas. I think that over the last few days, not only the goodwill messages I've had from friends and people that I know in and outside the game, but also the nation as a whole. And I think that for me, that gives me a very warm feeling about taking up this new position today, and obviously very proud to be named the New England manager today, and really look forward to the task in hand and trying to qualify first for the World Cup and then move on from there.
You have a well-earned reputation for bringing the best out of the players at your disposal, not just physically, but from a mental point of view. In the light of what happened at Euro 2016, how important might that line of expertise you have be for the England senior team?
Yes, I mean, in all areas. I think that I will exploit all areas for the players' benefit. I think that the key element for me would be to get amongst all the staff that England have in place at this moment in time, and talk through thoroughly about the programme going forward in all areas, and particularly psychologically. I think that the pressure that comes on players, particularly at international, is something that we may look at in a little bit more depth and see whether we can help in any way, shape or form. In the Premier League it's very similar, because it's week in and week out. The pressure's got ever greater as the money's got bigger, but the whole package, it's for me in all areas, you know, coaching, tactics, nutrition, fitness coaching, strength and conditioning, and players' response to that today I've always found to be excellent, certainly in the last few clubs that I have managed, and I'm sure the England elite team will be exactly the same when we join up.
Can you tell us at this stage whether Wayne Rooney will continue to be England captain, and whether he may have a role in the squads coming up?
No, that's far too early to make any predictions in that area, and I'm going to leave that until we meet all the players and I get all the coaching staff together behind the scenes and plan for, obviously, the internationals in September. So it's first day in, it's getting my feet under the table and meeting everybody here at St George's. I think it's very important that I base myself from here. I think that I'm going to have an office in fact, I've nicked Dan's already, so I've kicked him out. So, and of course, as you can see in the audience, Sammy's joining me for the second time, which is pleasing for me, because not only did we have a great time at Bolton in the time we were there, but also I'm going to rely on his international experiences over many years as well. So he's going to be one of many that are going to join me in the near future, hopefully, which will make an announcement if and when it's all agreed.
How would you define your style of management, Sam?
Pragmatic. I think that choosing styles or systems depends on the players available, and then depends on who we're playing. And my coaching technique is to try and give the players the opportunity to win a football match wherever they're playing, whether it be home or away, whether it be at Wembley or not at Wembley, and to make them aware of the opposition, which may change the style of how we play. The individuals, of course, and collectively as a team is very important. I think the bonding of the team is exceptionally important while we're all together, trying to create a good team spirit and have some fun. You know, the game of football is to be enjoyed, and I've enjoyed my life in the game for many, many years now. So as the pinnacle of my career, which this job is, I want to enjoy this the most. So I can only do that with everybody that works for me and works around me.
You spent years in the Premier League, and obviously you have great relationships with the managers at the moment. Now that you've become England manager, does that change? Does it become harder?
Probably.
You know them so
I think that I will try my best to deliver the player back to the football club in the best possible condition when he's been with us, because this facility here and the people that we have at this facility can allow us to do that. Obviously, we can't predict who's going to perhaps get injured while they're with us, but we'll do everything they can to keep all the England players fit for the team first, for the internationals first, and then obviously send them back to their clubs. For me to get around the Premier League football clubs as much as I can to try and get a feel on building those relationships will be obviously very important to us as time goes on.
Just listening to you sitting there, I get a real sense of a man who's very excited by it.
Very, yeah. So I think that it was 10 years since I was last interviewed, and to sit here is obviously a huge thrill for me. I think that I think I fit the chair. I hope I do. I think I've got the experience to pass on and not only challenge the England team but challenge myself. I think that 5 Premier League clubs has given me a huge amount of experience, and nobody else in the Premier League has managed 5 different Premier League clubs. Man management is my biggest asset, to try and help players, 1, enjoy themselves, and 2, be better than they already are. So hopefully that will work on the England side. I think it worked everywhere else I've been, so I'll have that approach in this job.